Hi everyone, welcome to Faith Friday. I'm Father Sam Kachuba. As we get back to having Mass indoors and we're observing all of the different safe social distancing requirements and safety precautions that we have to have, you might notice one thing standing out in particular. That is that there's no congregational singing for us. Now, congregational singing, because of the aerosolized particles of virus and things that can be expelled, we've got to be very careful about, so we're not going to be singing as a congregation during Mass. Okay, fair enough. Did you know that the church doesn't require the congregation to sing? Though it's a good thing and though it's obviously something very much encouraged, the general instruction of the Roman Missal envisions that there might be times when the congregation isn't going to sing, when just a cantor or a choir will be singing and the people listen attentively. And that active listening is something that's very good. Something else that you'll notice is maybe in your church you're not going to hear hymns quite so much. That is, as nice as hymns can be, when only sung by one person or one voice, and especially with a very short procession, since the procession now is not coming up the center aisle, the procession is coming straight out of the sacristy in most cases. Without that longer procession, there's less music to cover the procession. So you might start seeing antiphons being sung. Did you know that every single Mass has a very specific set of antiphons that are intended to be sung? In the Roman Missal, it gives antiphons at the entrance and at communion. And then in the Graduale Romanum and the Graduale Simplex, these other liturgical books, there are also antiphons assigned for the offertory. And did you know that the general instruction of the Roman Missal, which is this is the playbook, this is the rule book that we follow when we're celebrating Mass, that the general instruction encourages the use of antiphons first at the entrance, at the offertory, and at communion. And that use of antiphons is the intention. There are 3 different options given for how to use antiphons, and then only as a 4th option are hymns being suggested. So you might see that, but it's actually something that's 100% in accord with what the Church asks us to do. It'll feel different if you're experiencing that. It'll feel different because we're used to something else. But all along, in fact, the Church has been asking us to do this. In a lot of ways, I think this might be a really cool opportunity. An opportunity for us to recognize that there's something that the Church has been asking us to do and has been encouraging for ages and ages and ages. And in large part, we've ignored it. We've substituted the antiphons with hymns. And, okay, sidebar, I've got to comment on a lot of hymns. Some of the hymns are just rotten and silly and not good hymns. There's some great hymns too, of course, and I love hymn singing. I'm not anti-hymn, I promise. But there are some really beautiful antiphons that are proper to every single Mass. In this time when we can't sing together as a congregation, this is a really beautiful opportunity to reintroduce something that the Church has always had, that the Church has always used in its liturgy, but for many of us has been forgotten or has been ignored, or that we just simply haven't had the opportunity to experience it. So, even though things will feel different while we're moving back indoors for Mass, and even though things won't be exactly what we're used to, we have a beautiful opportunity to dive into the fullness and the beauty of what the Church offers us in her liturgical prayer. So I hope that this time is a beautiful opportunity for you, and a time for you to grow in your understanding of the Mass, to grow in your appreciation of the Eucharist, to grow in your appreciation of the Church's liturgy and liturgical prayer that unites us together in praise to Almighty God. God bless you.